Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a very good Royal Rumble. I have decided to do TV characters. These will include cartoons, anime, dramas, just any type of TV. Everybody's going to be from a different show. That's the goal here, and we're starting off with Aang here from the Airbender, Avatar Last Airbender. I have never seen it. I have actually never seen it. Oh my goodness, though. Wow. That was pretty impressive. But yeah, we're going to start off with him. And we'll see who number 2 here is. And number 2 is the Trash Man. And oh my goodness, he has a chainsaw. What in the world? Wow. Well, I didn't expect that. I knew Frank Reynolds. Well, at least he didn't bring a pistol, because usually he carries one of those around and he just fires it randomly, which I think's hilarious in that show. From It's Sunny in Philadelphia, and the Trash Man has a chainsaw, and someone needs to take it from him immediately. Oh my goodness. It's like, for real? And we're going to be starting off with them. I'll talk about some of the shows I've never seen. So, we always do. I'm going to have TV. I'm going to have movies. I've noticed here lately, and I don't know, it's because maybe some people don't have the game yet, or I don't know what's going on, but there's not a lot of creations to choose from. Usually by now, there's tons. And for some reason this year, not as many as have been made. I don't know what's going on. And look at Bugs Bunny is number 3 from Looney Tunes. And by the way, this video is not for kids. Let me just go ahead and put it there, just for COPPA's sake. Long story if you don't know what that is. And oh my goodness, look at the Trash Man here. The Trash Man is not playing games here. And number 4 is the Crypt Keeper. Yeah, we got some new faces, couple new faces here. And the Crypt Keeper is one of them from Tales of the Crypt. A show that I still need to watch. I thought I had the box set of it. I don't know if I sold it or what. Can't find it. I think I have it still. But I watched like season 1, and then I just got real busy, and I think I got it about the time 2K came out, and then you had the whole horror movies I do every October, and I watched season 1. I love the episode. What's that episode called? The one where the guy has like 9 lives or something. I love that episode. And Saul Goodman's here from Better Call Saul, a show that I absolutely love. Love Breaking Bad, love Better Call Saul. Those are my favorite shows. Some of my favorite shows. But I've only seen like season 1 of Tales of the Crypt, or maybe 2 seasons. I've never watched any of the movies. I think he's a cool narrator. That's pretty awesome. And Thomas Shelby is number 6 from Peaky Blinders. I've seen season 1. Need to watch that one too. And number 7 is Goku from Dragon Ball Z. Of course we were going to have him. And like I said, there's going to be some anime, there's going to be some cartoons, there's going to be dramas, comedies. Got a little bit of everything here. And number 8 is Spike Spiegel from Cowboy Bebop. So you got Spike from Cowboy Bebop. An amazing show, an amazing anime. One season. I really like animes that are one season. I don't like stuff like One Piece, where by the time I finish the whole show, I'm in a nursing home. You know that's facts. That's ridiculous. Not how many episodes were probably in the thousands now? I don't know. I know at one point it was like 800 and some. I've never watched that show, and I have no desire to watch a show that lasts that long. Dragon Ball Z is long enough. But, you know, I like one-season animes. The only problem is, once that season's over, you get nothing else. So, I think when it comes to shows, 5 seasons is perfect, and then you should quit after 5. Now, if it's like a sitcom, something like Family Guy or South Park, obviously, if anything that has a continuation, more than, I know Family Guy's done part 1, part 2. But anything that has like a storyline that continues on and on should only be around 5 to 6 seasons. There should never be like Supernatural went way too long. But at least with Supernatural, some of it's like different. There's a continuous storyline, but there's always a different case. But anything like Breaking Bad did it perfect. 5 seasons is perfect. Because eventually you're going to have issues. Your actors are going to want to be paid more. Your actors are going to want to do different projects. Your actors could die. I mean, there's a list of things that can go wrong with doing 20-some seasons. And luckily with Supernatural, those guys were just devoted to that role. And Bugs Bunny has been eliminated by Saul Goodman. And look there, man, a stunner there. Oh my goodness, 2 stunners in a row. And nice reversal there by the Trash Man getting out of danger. We'll see how long the Trash Man can make it. He started off at number 2. And number 1 was the Avatar Last Airbender. So we'll see how long both of them can make it. I always like seeing how long number 1 and number 2 make it in the Rumble. And Goku, yeah, the Trash Man's done. So Trash Man is finished. He made it to number 9. Wow, not that far. And Cobra Commander's number 9 from G.I. Joe. And look at Saul Goodman. Eliminates the Crypt Keeper. Look at Cobra. Oh my goodness, Cobra Commander. And stunners are just going everywhere. It's like everybody's got stunners. Trash Man has stunners. The And Saul has stunners. Everybody's got, Cobra Commander has stunners. Everyone's got a stunner, which is cool. I'm seeing a bunch of them at once. And Bob Ross is number 10. Look at Bob Ross. Wow, what a move. And number 11 is Steve Harvey from the, I don't call it the Family Feud, I call it the adult feud, or the X-rated feud. That's what I call it. Family, really? Survey says that you're constantly talking about stuff that is not family related. That's what my survey says. It's like, really? I mean, he's really good. He's really good. I think he's probably the best host. I don't really watch that show anymore, but I've seen it a couple times. I mainly have seen like little clips of the show where it definitely got out of hand, or some of the people making horrible responses. You know, that one guy, he used to kiss all the women. I forget, what was his name? I don't remember his name. I want to say his first name was Richard, but I forgot. But if someone would kiss my wife, he may go to the hospital. That's what may happen. I mean, he just is like, I forget who he was, though. He's like an actor, I think. Doctor Who is number 12, but he's the original Family Feud. And then they had a couple other people do it before Steve Harvey. But I don't remember. I don't like game shows a lot. That one's all right. But stuff like, I can't stand Wheel of Fortune. I think Wheel of Fortune's one of the worst game shows ever. And Jeopardy's not that good either. And there goes Bob Ross. He's been eliminated. I think my favorite game show that they ever did was Russian Roulette. That was an awesome show, where they had the drop zones and stuff. And Spike Spiegel's been eliminated, so Saul Goodman has gotten a couple eliminations here. Yeah, but I think the Russian Roulette one, that's where they would have the drop zones, and it would drop people in holes and stuff. It was pretty cool. And Peter Griffin, number 13 from the legendary Family Guy. A shout out to the creator, subscriber Lucas. He made him. So he's made a bunch of cartoons. So all you need to do, I don't know I'm pretty sure that the hashtag, you can go under cartoons and you can get a lot of his creations. So he did a really good job with that one. And he's got a bunch of other characters too. You all can go download. But you should be able to find his stuff with the hashtag cartoons. I've found a lot of his stuff with that, and other creators as well. And we got Bob's Burgers in the house. Not a big fan of that show. I just don't like it. So, Tony Soprano, number 15. I've never watched an episode of The Sopranos ever, which I've been told to watch them because, oh my goodness, Tony Soprano just snuck up on Bob's Burgers. And look there, another stunner. How many stunners have we had? We got a bunch of Steve Austin movesets. You notice a lot of the people that have the moveset have attitude. So that seems to be a given there. And number 16 is Michael Scott. Michael Scott from The Office. One of my favorite comedy shows. My goodness, people are getting snuck up on. Cobra's been eliminated. Goku's eliminated. I'm not a big fan of NBC shows. I'm not. I think they have some of the worst shows ever. And I also think that, CBS also has some of the worst shows ever. Fox usually had shows that were at least a little bit interesting. But I'm not a big cable TV person. I like shows on Netflix. I like shows on AMC. I know AMC's cable TV. But, I like originals because usually you can only do so much on TV. So when it comes to TV, the 3 channels I can think of is FX, AMC, and Fox. And AMC and FX usually, push the boundaries a little bit. But still, Netflix shows and Amazon Prime shows and Hulu has some of the best shows, I think. But when it comes to the Fox network, when we're talking about the main cable shows, Fox, I always loved House. I always loved 24. Bones was all right. And those were really successful shows. And now they got stuff like 911, which I could care about. I don't like shows like CSI, 911, all that stuff. And Goldar's here. I love that creation. We got Gordon Ramsay. Speaking of Fox, Hell's Kitchen was really good. And I even like the one with Kevin Bacon called Follow. I thought that was a pretty cool show for a little while. I kind of got lost in it after a couple of seasons, but I thought the first season was pretty cool. And Walter White is number 19. Walter White at 19. Growing up, I didn't have all the channels, so I would watch Fox a lot. It had House and 24. Talk about someone who never sleeps, Jack Bauer. He just never goes to bed for that whole 24 hours. I think one episode he may get 20 minutes of sleep. He's just pulling an all-nighter. That show kind of, Mr. T from the A-Team is number 20. The classical shows, too. TV land. I never watched the A-Team. Never seen an episode. I think my favorite TV land shows, I like Sanford and Son. I like MacGyver. I like Gunsmoke. I don't know if The Rifleman was ever on TV land, but I like that show. Everybody Loves Raymond's all right. There's a couple all right shows, and The Jeffersons and Good Times. They're all right. All in the Family's all right. But definitely some older shows there. Miami Vice was good. Haven't seen all of those either. A lot of those shows I haven't seen a lot of. I used to watch MacGyver when I was a kid, and I used to watch Sanford and Son. And look at Walter White here. Walter White, part of my favorite show, Breaking Bad. Best show ever. We got Eric Cartman in the house as well. Maybe I'll try South Park again, give it another chance, but I was never really a big fan of it. And I believe the creators, they said some stuff about Seth MacFarlane, and I think Seth MacFarlane said that they didn't like the cutaways. I guess they thought it was cheap comedy or something. And I think the cutaways are probably... And look at Walter White. What is the odds? Getting rid of his lawyer. Wow. So Walter White eliminates Saul Goodman, who was on a roll. But I think the cutaways are the best part of Family Guy. So since South Park doesn't even like the formula of the cutaways, I doubt I'm going to like South Park as much. I like Kenny. And I really don't like Cartman. But I'll give it another chance, but I just don't have time. And number 22 is Rick Grimes from The Walking Dead. I've seen every episode of The Walking Dead. It's alright. Started off really good. Really good. And it had one of those things that I was preaching. The whole too many episodes deal. And that is a problem. And Walking Dead is the prime example of one show that is ruined by too many episodes. Another good show is The Wire. That, had only about 5 to 6 seasons. That seems to be what you should shoot for. Evan Peters is 23. Now, that's the actor's name, but it is from American Horror Story. I think his name's Tate or something. From season 1. He's in a lot of seasons, though. I'm not a big fan of that show. I like a couple seasons. Asylum and Peter Griffin's been eliminated by Chef Gordon Ramsay. Wow. I like a couple seasons. I like Asylum and I like Freak Show, but I probably have never seen a full season besides those two. I could never finish Murder House. Inspector Gadget's number 24. And Chef Gordon Ramsay has been eliminated. Now, this is the cartoon Inspector Gadget. I thought it'd be cool to put him in. I've never watched the cartoon, but I thought that was kind of cool that he was on there. And Eric Cartman eliminates Gordon Ramsay. And Static Shock's number 25. I loved this show growing up. It was a great show. Except for the fact that, Rubber Band Man couldn't be recognized when obviously he was dating Static's sister, I think. And it's obvious that, that's him. I mean, his face is not covered. So, I always thought that was kind of funny. But Rubber Band Man was pretty awesome. And I like that one guy that, forget his name. Some of the villains are kind of dorky, but... And Omni-Man's number 26. I like the guy that, you couldn't see his face. He's just like a shadow. I think he was like one of the main villains on the show. I thought he was really cool. Yeah, Omni-Man, definitely a character that's very interesting. I don't know how many times I have to preach this to you all, but, Invincible is one of the best shows that came out that year. I forget what year it was. It was during a year where, the pandemic was still a big thing. And number 27 is Shaggy. I gave him Matt Riddle's moveset. I thought that was so funny. I gave him Matt Riddle's moveset since he didn't have, he was 75 when I got him. Look at Rick Grimes. Wow. And number 28 is Steve Urkel. Now, I gotta tell you, this is probably, whoever made this, and I saw it earlier, this is probably one of the best face scans I've ever seen in my life. I mean, this was like, when I saw this, it looks like he's literally in the ring. That face scan is pretty awesome. And a lot of energy from Steve Urkel. But that scan's pretty awesome. I just have noticed that, not as many people are creating stuff. They're creating cartoons, they're creating, of course, other wrestlers. But some of the movie stuff, I mean, last year we got tons of stuff within the first month. And this year, we haven't had as much on the movie side of stuff. And I even think Marvel and DC doesn't have as much. I haven't checked it in a while. Well, I haven't checked Marvel and DC in a while. When I was trying to get the movie one together, I could barely get one. And number 29 is not Asterix. It's the Godfather of Harlem. Apparently that's offensive. So I don't know how that, 2K and their sensitivity. But the Godfather of Harlem is here. I've never seen the show. I like Forrest Whitaker, though I think he's an excellent actor. That if you were wondering what that was, because they blocked the name out, I thought they did a pretty good face scan there. And number 30 is Dingy from Chainsaw Man. Chainsaw Man is number 30. I recently watched that show and I really liked it. He's not my favorite character, though. I like the girl with the patch eye, and I like the guy with the sword better than him. That's the case for almost every anime I watch. I'm not a big fan of the main character. I like him better than a lot of the other main characters in anime. But it seems to be the case, whether it be Eren Yeager, whether it be Goku, whether it be Yu-Gi-Oh! Or Ash Ketchum, the list goes on and on. Beyblade, the list goes on and on with these shows. I mean, some of the main characters usually alright, but I like these side characters better. Vegeta, Dragon Ball Z. Piccolo, Dragon Ball Z. I like better. Mikasa, Attack on Titan. Like better. In Chainsaw Man, those two characters, I like better. With Beyblade, I always like that guy with the marks on his face. And with Yu-Gi-Oh!, Kaiba. I always like Kaiba better than Yu-Gi. I mean, it's like I always like those characters better. Which I find they're more interesting. They're more anti-hero-ish. Even though some of them could be kind of heroes. But it's always like the main character I just don't like as much. And don't even get me started with Light Yagami. That piece of... He's just trash, is what he is. He's a great character, but I don't like him. So... I don't know if you're supposed to like him. Some people like him. I don't. I'm trying to think of any other animes I watch where... I've never seen My Hero Academia, but I have a feeling that I would like All Might better than the main character. I just have that feeling. And sometimes that's the case for shows. I like the side characters better. Even in Breaking Bad, I like Jesse better. Which he's technically a main character. Him and Walter White are the main characters. But I always rooted for Jesse over Walter White. And there goes Static Shock. And the Godfather of Harlem with a sneak up on Steve Urkel. A bunch of people have been snuck up on in this. Steve Urkel being another victim. You got to watch your back. When you eliminate somebody, you need sometimes you're, an Omni-Man versus Goldar. And Omni-Man takes out Goldar. So we are down to 3. And this has been just a fantastic Rumble. A lot of TV characters, a lot of TV discussion in general. And it's been a lot of fun. And Inspector Gadget is finished. So we are down to the Godfather of Harlem versus Omni-Man. You're down to 2. And Godfather Harlem shouldn't have been resting on the ropes because it may cost him the fight. It may cost him here. Looks like he's hanging on there. I haven't seen the show. It's like some show on Epix or something. It's like on Epix or one of those things that I don't have. Stars, maybe. I don't know. I've heard good things, though. It's his debut. We've never had him on here. We've never had the Crypt Keeper. I'm trying to think. Most of these people we have had, though. But I think him and the Crypt Keeper we've never had before. So they're kind of new to this. We may have had the Crypt Keeper. But maybe just once. I don't recall. This guy's definitely new. This is like a newer show. And Omni-Man going to try this again. We'll see if he can get it this time. And look at the Godfather of Harlem. What a choke slam. Wow. Just a crazy choke slam there. Look at, oh my goodness. It looks like stabs. I love those punches to the gut. They're like, it's almost like he, you know. And look, another one to Omni-Man. So I did not expect this guy to put up this big of a fight. Especially against Omni-Man. But he could eliminate him. And uh-oh, he's got an opportunity here. We are down to 2. And look here. Oh, my goodness. Some big strikes. Look at Omni-Man, man. Some more strikes there. And, yep. Godfather Harlem, you got to give him credit, but it wasn't enough. He couldn't do it in the end, and Omni-Man wins. So, wow. We should have expected this. I mean, he's extremely strong. But it doesn't matter how strong you are. It doesn't matter. Because you're not going to WrestleMania. You came in here at like 24, 25. I mean, it's been a lot worse. But, yeah, you're not going. You're like the equivalent of Superman, and you have bad intentions for the Earth. Okay? You're not going to WrestleMania. So, sorry. But anyway, I hope you all enjoyed it. It was another fantastic Rumble. And I had a lot of fun with it. A lot of fun with TV characters. We're going to see some theme Rumbles. We're going to see some tournaments coming up with the main roster. I had I was supposed to have 8 people sign up for that. More than 8 signed up, but we're still good to go for the first 8 people. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. And it was a really good Rumble. And Omni-Man with a pretty good performance. Godfather of Harlem gave him a run for his money, but in the end he pulled it off. But he's not going to WrestleMania. I mean, why would he? I'm not allowing him. I'm not allowing these corrupt people that have bad intentions for the earth going to WrestleMania. Okay? Plain and simple. And I will see you all later. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun doing this, and we will have more Rumbles to come. See ya.